on the scene.
Thank you, Media Chat. We would now like to invite Lee General Chan to the stage to give a short speech.
Ah, yeah.
I've been to Ayodhya, Sarnath. I visited all these places twice.
It's twice.
I have no personal faith, but I respect all the people. Buddhism is the most peaceful religion in the world.
Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. Today marks the 78th anniversary of our Mon National Day, or as we call it, Mon, which connotes the first waning of the moon in our lunar month of Mai, on which day we have designated to serve as a day of celebration and a solemn reminder of our history, culture, and heritage. Many of you will have heard of the endless wars that have occurred repeatedly in Burma over many centuries. And it wasn't until the British involvement that Mon territories in southern Burma received aid and freedom from the Burman monarchy, which allowed many Mon people in Burma to survive. It wasn't until 1947 that Mon National Day was able to be formed in a bid for Mon people to seek self-determination and independence. By this time, many of our people had to flee their homeland as refugees during the centuries-long wars and oppression, many of which integrated into Thailand, while others were fortunate to be granted international immigration. It is because of the mass dispersion of our people that Mon leaders have recognized the necessity of Mon National Day as a means to reunify our people and to continue to teach our children and future generations of our history and culture so that we do not remain a so-called lost minority. In doing so, Mon National Day has educated not only our future generations, but also the world to our people's existence and survival. In its inception, we had to celebrate this day quietly. But now we have been able to celebrate more openly and proudly, thanks to the harmony of our people, showing our collective strength and pride. Unfortunately, as we speak, our homeland has been facing severe challenges, set upon by the return of the Burmese military to political power. Houses have been set ablaze, agricultural and artisanal lands have been unwillingly seized, and many civilians have been forced to flee their homes or else be subjected to unjust discrimination and brutality. These horrible circumstances raise the question of whether our National Day should also be emphasizing the need for protection and aid for our people in Myanmar. To uphold the tradition of Mon National Day in a valuable manner, I feel it is imperative that we address these issues and make an active effort to bring awareness for the situation. If not, we may face losing our place in the homeland and the foundations of which our history, heritage and culture have stemmed from for centuries. Many of our people in the homeland are currently facing many uncertainties as Myanmar returns into a state of civil war, in which it is the minorities and the innocent people and children that suffer most. Not all have been lucky to have the opportunity to grow up in a democracy with freedom and opportunities like we have here in Australia. For this, we thank you all once again for your support and for giving us this opportunity to demonstrate the purpose of our National Day. Thank you.
Thank you, Lee General Chan. Never may I jump on New God. Together, go Senator Dean Smith,
Thank you, Major General, for the solemn reminder of the current situation in our homeland. Tonight we have the rare pleasure of entertaining the Honourable Member for Liberal, Senator Dean Smith. We would like to invite Mr. Smith to the stage to share a few words with us. Please welcome Mr. Dean Smith.
Well, ladies and gentlemen, can I thank you very much for the very kind invitation to be here with you tonight, celebrating and eating and enjoying those wonderful dances and music. Can I begin by acknowledging my state parliamentary colleague, Meredith Hammett? Can I acknowledge councillors in James Road, but also candidates here with Mary and Ron. So a very, very warm welcome to you. I know what you're thinking. Why do politicians give up their Saturday night and venture out of their lounge rooms to community centres like this to join with local communities in enjoying the food and participating in the dancing and meeting new people? And the answer is very, very simple. Because parliamentarians need to demonstrate their support for local communities like your own. And when Meredith and myself and other people come to events like this, what we are really saying is very, very simple. We are saying that we support you, we honour the volunteers that make events like this possible. Importantly, we join with you in celebrating your national days in a place like Australia, which is free from harm. And it's our way to say that we don't just talk the value of multiculturalism in our country, but we join with you in actively celebrating it. Because our country is better for the contributions of the Mon community, it is better for the contributions of all of the Burmese minorities in Australia. Our country is better because it is multi-faith and multi-community and multi-ethnic. So I'm delighted to be joining with you today. My last point is a simple one as well. Tonight, while we enjoy all of the freedoms and prosperity that we have in this country, we must continue to spare a thought for those people, those Mon, your brothers and sisters and cousins and families that are living in very, very terrible situations in Myanmar under the rule of the military regime. And we hope that democracy and human rights will be restored across Myanmar, but particularly for the Mon people sooner rather than later. So thank you very much. It's been a great pleasure. Thank you.